Yo, what's good, y'all? It's been a while, but we back in business. For sure. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I got like Invisalign in, so, talking sometimes feel weird, depending on the tray. You get what I'm saying? But, bear with me. But, yeah, man, I've been having a lot, kind of going through the mind lately. I know the last time I made a video, it was more so about like your energy and like the energy you give people or like what you receive, and it was like your vibration. You get what I'm saying? And I kind of like, that's something that you always gonna struggle with. You get me? And you can know about it and emphasize doing better, but at the same time, it's like it's a constant journey. You get me? And I kind of find myself always learning from it. You get me? So I just wanted to kind of touch bases with y'all and just kind of unravel some of the things that I've been learning through this time. But yeah, like nothing I say on here is cap. You feel me? Like I live everything I'm talking about. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, I thought that said something else. But I came from the lowest of the low. I done been high. I done been even kill. You get me? And by going through all of that, I would say the best part is the constant up and down, and being in the moment. You get what I'm saying? Like yeah, it's amazing to always be high and to always be on top, but at the same time, it's like that can get boring because it's constant, it's consistent. You get what I'm saying? And without knowing what it feels like to be low, or knowing what it feels like to be stagnant, you won't understand the importance, and you won't have like the gratitude to be at a higher level. You get what I'm saying? So I think that's important. But like lately I've been seeing all of that. Like I was in a position where I was doing what I was supposed to do mentally, physically, and spiritually. You get what I'm saying? But I was still battling demons. I was still going through some unpleasant situations. I was having unpleasant thoughts, and being around energies that didn't align with mine. You get me? And that's not always a bad thing. You feel me? Like just being able to identify the energies that don't sit well with you is a win. You get what I'm saying? Because I found myself in a lot of positions in the past. Pause. But like I found myself in a lot of situations where I was around people that I knew didn't align with me, but I would continue to stick around. I would continue to try to force myself in those situations. And I guess that's the main focus of this video, is to stop forcing. You get me? Like don't force yourself upon others. Don't force yourself upon like a career. Don't force yourself upon like what society says is normal. You get what I'm saying? Like I see it out too much. Like this is a force. Like, oh, I should be doing this, so the fact that I'm not there yet, I need to force it. Or like I should be married right now, or I should have kids, or I should have a house, or I should have this type of car, or I should have these type of friends, and we should be doing these type of things, or I should be in these type of events. Let me force it. Let me be here so I can have these things, or let me do this so I can see these people. And it's like you right where you're supposed to be at all times within the now. You're thinking about the future, you're thinking about the past. No one is thinking about the now. Like you're in present, like you're alive, like you're like without being here in this moment, you are nowhere. You get what I'm saying? So it's like that's almost a way of not showing gratitude. And I'm not gonna come here and lie and say like, yeah, I always show gratitude. I don't, because a lot of times, like when I was in that situation I just spoke about, I was constantly thinking like, man, I can't wait till June. That's when I'm gonna hit like my financial goal, and then I'm gonna be able to do X, Y, and Z. And the best thing that could have happened to me. And in that moment, it did not feel like the best thing. It felt like the worst thing. You get what I'm saying? Like, you have a situation with a person that you care about, and, you know, it pushed me to be who I needed to be in that moment. You get what I'm saying? And as we had I'm not gonna get too deep into it, but like we had like a big altercation. And, you know, after the altercation was over, the individual was like, you know, it's just that. Just leave it at that, as the altercation. And me personally, a part of me kind of wanted to. But that other side of me was like, you know what? You always make that decision, and all the spiritual awakening you've done, all of the meditations you've done, the manifestations you've done, the self-reflection you've done, you are not the same person. It's time to change. And any change is change, whether that's a big change or a small change. You get what I'm saying? And in that moment, I said, I don't know what I'm about to do. I don't know where I'm going, but I know this right here does not align with me. It's not me. I'm going to leave. And as I'm leaving, it don't feel right. You know, like it's different. You know, it's not what I'm used to. And then I'm a tourist on top of that. And as tourists, people, we do not like change at all. You feel me? Like, it's the worst thing in the world to us. You get what I'm saying? So the fact that I'm making a big move and a sudden change was like, it's almost scary, but at the same time, I knew it was for the betterment of me. You get me? So boom, you know, I end up leaving. I make the change, and yeah, I get like a hotel for a week, and I'm not really sure what's next. You know, all I know is I got a job. That's it. So it's like, you got a job, but at the same time, you don't really know what you're doing. You feel me? And this kind of calmed me, and it was my higher being. You know what I'm saying? I was sleeping. I don't believe, I think I did have my alarm set, but like, and I wasn't sleeping the best, but, you know, I had finally, you know, I had took some teas, and it, you know, some sleep time tea or whatever, and it put me to sleep. And like I said, my higher being showed me that what I was doing was correct. I woke up exactly at 5:55. And I can't remember off the top of my mind like what those numbers represent, but in that moment, I knew, as scary as the situation I was in, I knew I was doing exactly what I meant to be doing, what I was meant to do, and I was exactly where I needed to be. You get me? And that wasn't by accident. You get what I'm saying? So I was calm, and like every day, you know, like I told a few people about the situation I was in, and, you know, it was like everybody was like, oh, kind of in a panic, but it was like I wasn't, you know, like at the end of the day, like I had the financial resources to figure something out. It was just a matter of how long that was gonna take. You get me? But like, I ended up being able to get out of that situation within a week, and now I'm in a much better position, and I'm constantly gaining leverage. You get what I'm saying? But that wasn't because I forced anything. It was like things started to kind of like just align itself because I just let go of the outcome, and I wasn't trying to force anything with anyone or any situation. And I just been living life. And that's pretty much what I think we lost sight of in this world. You know, we see it all the time in entertainment, within relationships, within like teachings that we might have received from parents or older family members, is that like, if you want something, you got to take it and go get it. And that's true to a certain extent. You get what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you have to you have to put the work in, but at the same time, you have to be okay with where you land. You get me? And in the beginning, you might want to land somewhere in South America, but you might have only been destined to land in Atlanta. I don't know, it's just a weird example, but like that's where you were meant to be. But we take it as a failure because we didn't land in South America. And it's like, no, you weren't meant to land in South America. Or maybe you still are, just not at that time. You get what I'm saying? Like, there could be some important things for you to learn and some important people for you to meet in Atlanta. You get what I'm saying? So that's just the mindset I've been having. And it's like, I'm not trying to force anything. And I truly believe whatever I do not have is not meant for me. Because I feel like I got everything I'm supposed to have right now. I have me. You get what I'm saying? And within me, that is everything. Because I know I create my reality. So it's impossible for me to not have something. Now, don't get me wrong, you're going to have moments where you overthink and where you feel that you wish you had certain things or you're lacking, but you're not lacking anything. You have everything you need once you believe in yourself and once you love yourself and you trust in yourself. So it's like, yes, I can try to showcase what I would want, like, from others by being that, but at the same time, I'm going to be that way anyway. And if I do feel that you are not in alignment with my vibration or my energy, there's no hard feelings, but we're just on alignment, and I have to remove myself. You know what I'm saying? And I think a lot of times we feel like that's a bad thing, because I used to be the same way. Like, I would feel like, oh man, like it's static there, or it's some type of beef or whatever, or no, it's just you're just not in alignment. And your energy is important. It should always be the utmost importance to you, because without your energy, you are nothing. You know, without energy, we are nothing. What are we? We're like lifeless beings without energy. So it should always be protected. So I want to protect my energy, and I want to make sure it's being given to the right people, to the right circumstances, whatever, you get me. And to just be giving out energy and trying to be liked all the time, like, that's draining. You know, you got so many people taking your energy and you're left with nothing, and that's why you feel like nothing. So, you know, that's a little off base, the topic of, you know, that's a little off the topic of not forcing, but at the same time it's not, because you're forcing yourself in a lot of pots that you don't need to be in. You get what I'm saying? So just being able to protect your energy, protect yourself is highly important. You get what I'm saying? And without that, you will lose sight of yourself. You get me? It's so easy to do that. It's so easy to be what everyone thinks you should be, or, you know, and you do that for so long, you forget what you want it to be. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, don't panic. Never panic. Never force. And, you know, don't think too much. I know sometimes thinking can help, but don't think too much. You get what I'm saying? Like, thinking is not really what the universe intended. And I don't want to, like, because this is hard to, like, the universe doesn't intend for you to overthink certain situations, you know, like, just be, flow, like water. You get me? You know, you don't really see water just stop on its own. You get me? Like, as humans, we build dams to stop the flow of water. You get what I'm saying? But water just flows. It just goes. So when you're thinking, and sometimes you're overthinking and you're like overanalyzing things, that's you putting a dam in your mind. And you can't create. You have nothing, because on the other side of that dam is dry. There's nothing there. So that's the mindset you gotta have. Like when you have those quick thoughts, those quick feelings in your gut, the intuition feeling, that's the flow of water. That's your superpower. Thinking is you putting that dam there, like, oh, I just had a thought. Let me put a dam there so I can see what this thought means. And then it's like you thinking, then that translates to more thinking. And next thing you know, all the thinking you've done ended up being negative thinking, because it's showing ways you can't do it, it's showing ways you're not ready to do it, or whatever the case may be. So the object is you're never gonna stop thinking, but at least don't put that dam there, and control your thinking. You get what I'm saying? To the point where you're like, okay, no, I'm gonna just flow, and whatever happens, happens. I'm gonna put my trust into God, to the universe, and I'm gonna end up being where I need to be anyway. That's the best thing you can do, because this right here will have you in so many positions that you're like, damn, I don't even know how I got here, and you don't feel like yourself. So it's important to always be in control and be, I don't even want to say control, like, because control is a form of you not flowing. Be one within yourself, and be one within the universe. You get what I'm saying? That's the perfect way to put it. You get me? And you know, all of this sounds super easy, but at the same time, it also sounds like it means nothing and it won't help you. But if you can do these things, I guarantee you, like the way you process life, the way you process where you at in life, it'll change, and it'll change for the better. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, love yourself, love where you are, and love what you're doing, love who you are, and love God for making you this way, and love God for putting the things he put in front of you the way he did. Even the things that you don't like, that you don't prefer, that don't align with you, that you think in that moment, sometimes those are the best things that could have happened to you, when it's leading you to the position that you always wanted to be in, or in a position where you didn't know you wanted to be there, but it's way better than what you imagined. You get what I'm saying? That's the purpose of life. That's the purpose. That's the side of life that a lot of us don't get a chance to see, because we're so stuck into what we can logically think about and what we can mathematically configure, when life is miracles, life is surprise, it's change. You get me? So, you know, be open to life, let life in, and love yourself. Don't force, because what's for you is for you, and whoever is meant to be on that journey with you will be on that journey with you, regardless of what you do, what you say to them, how you feel towards them. If it's meant for that person or persons to be there, regardless if it's blood, family, friends, a significant other, it doesn't matter. If it's meant for them to be there, they will be there. So it's like, let them go. If you feel that it doesn't align, let them go. If you feel they do align, cool, but don't lose yourself trying to force it, trying to force knowledge upon people, or trying to force the journey upon people. Like, no, because they're also on their own journey, and you could be hindering where they need to get to. In order for them to be where you're going to be, they might have to do certain things or see certain things to get that mindset. You never know. So focus on oneself and don't force. Don't force, my peoples. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in to this video. I think this was a good one. You know, I think this was a lot of knowledge dropped. You know, I like to get personal in a lot of my videos to let y'all know that, like, hey, like I said, I'm not just chatting. Like, I'm going through this in the moment. You get what I'm saying? So it's nothing to just be like, hey, here, look, oh, this sounds good, let me see. No, I'm living it. So, you know, I recommend some of these things is tips. I say you gotta do them, but try them out. Because if you're a person like I was, who was struggling with certain things and was stressed out and was at times felt low, why not? Why not try to do it differently? Try to be happy. Not try, be happy. Choose to be happy. Choose to be exuberant. Choose to be loving. It's a choice. So that's it. I'm out. Peace.